And a very good day to all our viewers who are watching. This is Emdad, Rahman. I'm your host, the Wandering Londoner, and today we have a very, very special team here with us in the studio. What we are going to discuss today, and our topic will focus on the esteemed discipline of martial art known as Muay Thai. And I've got 5 very special guests here with me in the studio. So welcome to everybody and thanks for joining us here today. So before I do the introduction of all the young people here as well, I'd like to, first of all, have a quick chat with our head coach, who is Ashwaad Uddin. And you are the head coach at Legends Muay Thai. I remember Legends Muay Thai many, many years ago, and I've got very fond memories because I remember we took part, Ashwaad, in a community fun day, and I was part of your team. I came in through Uddin, the legend Uddin, who bodybuilder, part-time,
champion
bodybuilder. He's an iconic figure within our community, and he invited me to come along. And he said, "You know what, Legends Muay Thai, we need a few bodies." And I kept on saying to him, I said, "What can I contribute to these super athletes there?" And he said, "Trust me, we've got this. You come along." And I joined there, and I remember you giving me that T-shirt, and I had that T-shirt. It was the very same, and because of the gold on there, and on there as well, I kept that T-shirt for a very long time. But the most memorable part for me on that day was we didn't just participate, Ashwaad. We actually smashed all our opponents, and we became champions. I've got that photo there somewhere of us as a team celebrating. I know it was a tug-of-war competition, but it was very, very competitive, if you remember.
Very epic picture.
Very epic picture, and it's on Instagram and everywhere as well. And you've been a passionate proponent of, and an exponent of the sport and this great discipline since a very, very young age.
Yeah.
I would like to ask you, for the benefit of myself and for our viewers, can you tell us a little bit about what Muay Thai is?
Muay Thai is the Thai traditional sport. So it was a warring martial arts very, very long time ago, Asian art. And then they made it into a ring sport, so the art of 8 limbs. So you've got like the normal kickboxing, to make it easy for your viewers to understand who are new to this, is you could do kicking, punching, but then you also have your elbows and you have your knees, which come into play. And there's also the clinch, the Thai grappling. So that in a nutshell is Thai boxing. In Thailand, kids train from since they can walk, and then they actually fight for a living. So we're fortunate in this country, we don't need to put kids through that. But we do need to train our kids, and it's good to have some level of fitness because it's good for their health and, more importantly, for their mental health. As you see, kids these days, they have a lot of issues at schools and they don't know how to deal with it. When they're mentally strong, physically strong, they're confident, they know how to carry themselves, and they know how to be a positive person in the community.
Wonderful. And what is the profile of Muay Thai in the UK?
Muay Thai in the UK, there's a lot of Muay Thai clubs in the UK. It's a big sport throughout the whole world, not just in the UK. But however, in the UK, we produce some of the best fighters, some of the champions, multiple champions coming out of the UK. So it's a very big sport for Thai boxing in the world. UK is one of the best places you can train in. We've got world-renowned gyms and coaches, fighters in the UK currently as well.
Great. Now, the viewers who are watching, why I introduce our guests, every guest who attends a sports show is special in their own right, or whether it's an individual who's attending, or whether it's a group as well. And community sports play a massive role in not only our development as well, but in terms of uniting people, bringing them together, and also raising our levels of aspirations. Now, I've got 4 children in the studio here with us today, and I'm very, very proud and pleased to announce that it's the first time ever on the sports show, as long as I've been running this segment for LB24 TV, that we've had 4 champions in there. So again, congratulations to everybody who's here, that we've actually been able to bring together on one platform 4 champions, and we'll delve a little bit deeper as we speak to our young participants and our young guests here today. Now, the first person who I'd like to speak to is Ashwaad Uddin, who's sitting on my far right-hand side as well. You are age 10, and you are a twice Midlands champion. Am I correct in saying? So, how old were you when you started, and what interested you in Muay Thai?
The age I started, I think it was 4 or 5, and my dad started to take me, and then I started to enjoy it, and then my cousins came, and then and that's how I started to train and become a fighter.
Great. And then now we're moving on to 9-year-old. Is it 9-year-old? Yeah, 9-year-old Adam. And in 2023, you became British and Midlands champion. Okay, so why did you choose to take up Muay Thai?
So basically, when I was like 4 years old as well, my dad used to take me to like Muay Thai lessons, and like he used to do it, and I used to like try do it, and I used to like go around the place, and then as I got older, I got into the habit of doing it, and my dad used to take me, and I used to do it he used to teach me how to do it, and I got the habit of doing it.
Brilliant. And then we've got the baby of the bunch here, who actually, if you didn't know, you'd think she's the mummy of the bunch here as well. She's been telling us all how to sit, where to sit and everything. She's absolutely brilliant. She might be the youngest here, but she acts like our senior here. And your name is Safa Uddin, and you're aged 7. What is your favorite part about Muay Thai?
Kicking really hard, and kicking really hard.
And if I'm correct, you actually, a new achiever, in 2025, you became a national champion. Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely wonderful achievement. So congratulations to you. And we'll come back to you again shortly just to ask you a little bit more about all your achievements. We're actually going to ask everybody about your achievements, which are fantastic, and also your thoughts on that and what you put into your training in terms of your achievements as well. And then we turn to Maryam, who's age 10. And you also became a European champion in 2025. Can you tell us a little bit about your experiences as a European champion? Where did you participate?
So, I was fighting in Legends Muay Thai, and I mostly like Muay Thai, but sometimes I do Thai boxing fights. And I went to so many different Thai boxing fights, but I kept on losing, and some of them there will be ties because I just started. But then after one day I went to the European Championship, and because I trained so hard and I just didn't stop, and I really wanted this belt, I got the biggest belt now.
Absolutely amazing. And viewers, you can see in the studio here, we've got an array of the belts that these children have bought. And I insisted that these were put on display during the course of the program here as well. Not only is it serve as a huge inspiration to someone like me, who's also a community sports coach, but also to viewers who are watching at the same time, that when you actually visualize what these children have achieved, it's absolutely amazing. And we will be looking at, how did they reach this point, their journey throughout life in coming to this point, and also what the future holds for them. Now, Ashwaad, going back to you as a head coach, it wasn't always the case of you just having such a glamorous stable of fighters there. There were times when you started off as a fledgling coach, you yourself were probably training and also coaching at the same time. Just like any other coach, you also had dreams that one day you'd like to have a stable where you've got fighters there who are excelling in life, not only excelling in life also, but also winning championships as well. What drives you?
It's just to have strong, young people in our community. Even if they didn't win all of this is just a result of a short-term result. The main aim is to have strong youths in our community that know how to emotionally control themselves when they come across mental pressure, physical pressure, which a lot of adults don't know how to deal with. And the best way to actually know how to control yourself is to put yourself in that situation and know better than competing. When these kids come out of competition, they still feel so light, they'll feel so energetic still. And when they communicate and socialize, they're so happy. And that's so important because we need kids to be happy. We need kids to be engaged and being positive within our community. In terms of my inspiration, I also want to see our immediate community to be involved and taking kids away from crime and negative aspects of community, of what happens within the community. And it's so important, especially in the ethnic minority communities where crime is so rife. We need to get kids involved early. This means even when they're at the age of 3 or 4, at earliest, we need to get them in early, because what happens, we get them into a timetable, a routine, a habit, we build a love for them in a sport. It could be anything. It doesn't need to be martial arts. It could be football, it could be swimming, it could be badminton, but whatever they love, we need to nurture that. We need to grow it. We need to keep them involved. And just like we are today celebrating the achievement of these 4 kids, this could be the children of your viewers. We just need 1 hour a week, 2 hours a week. That's more than enough. And you will see how kids thrive. It's amazing.
Wonderful. So Maya, 2 times champion, Midlands champion. Can you tell us a little bit about your experience? Because you're a double champion. You've achieved a championship and become a champion twice. So how did you feel on the day when you were participating? Where did you participate? Your thoughts, your preparation. Tell us a little bit about your experience in becoming champion twice.
So my first fight, when I won my first bout, I didn't feel that scared or nervous. Like, I didn't get that heartbeat. I just felt like I can do this. And so I fighted my opponent and I felt confident, but I kept on accidentally hitting her on the face, so I kept on like getting points down. But I got nervous, but then I kept on giving her good shots. And then when it was over, when I saw my hand was up, I was surprised. Like, I was happy. And then on my second fight, I fighted the same opponent on my last fight, and I feel like, oh, okay, I didn't know that, but I got nervous on this one. I got scared that I felt my heart beating, and I got very scared. But then I was shocked. Like, why am I scared? I fighted her last time. I can fight her this time. So then I fighted her this time, and now I won. And it was like the second round, and before we could even start, but not like close to the end, she already she wanted to be done. So she's done. And now I won.
Great. Thank you. Now, Adams, again, 2 times champion, British and Midlands. How did you feel when you were announced as the champion? How did you feel?
When they said that it was me, I was really happy because I really wanted to win a belt. I was really happy. And when I won it the second time, I was so happy because my second belt, wow, so much.
Great. Safa, so again, you're one of the newest champions, 2025, you became a champion. How popular have you been with your friends? Have people been surprised? Have people been happy?
Well, my friends are happy with me. My friend Ziyam, she loves me just because I'm really good at fighting. She always wants to be partners with me.
She wants to be. Is she going to join you now? Or has she joined you?
Mm-mm.
But she's planning to join you?
Uh-uh.
Not yet. So, okay. So at the moment, she's just happy to be your friend. And you're a bit of a bodyguard for her at the same time as well, which is good to know. Right, Maryam, so European champion in 2025. Congratulations. Tell us about your feelings, your emotions. How did you feel participating, fighting, preparing, because we know it's not an easy process, and then the euphoria and the gladness you felt and the warmth you felt when you became champion?
So like in my fight, it wasn't that hard because when I was training, everything was so hard. Like every single morning, I'll go to the park and like set off. Like I have this morning class where I practice my surahs, and it ends at 6:30. So then after when it's 7, I go to the park and there's lots of bumpy hills, and I have to do all of my training over there for like an hour, sometimes half an hour, yeah. And then I'll go to school, and when I came back from us, I'll do my training again. So my training was really, really hard, but when I was in my fight, yeah, it all felt so short and easy, and like I didn't even need any water. Like, you know, they would stop you and say, "Oh, here's some water." I didn't need it. I was just like, I don't really need it. I'm not even that tired. And after when I was when the fight was over and they put my hand up and I won, I was so happy. I even went down into search when I won, and then after I didn't feel anything because the only thing that was hard is training, and then after if you train hard enough, then after your fight would be easy.
Ashwaad, they mentioned they made some outstanding points here, the kids have. Now, as a coach and as a parent, what role do we as coaches, do we as guardians and responsible adults who've got significant impact on the lives of these young people play in terms of nurturing them physically and mentally and also spiritually? You know, a lot of athletes that we have, and we can see from the training programs that the youngsters are taking part in, mental, physical and spiritual nourishment is very, very important, and it's key. It plays is a huge factor in terms of them developing their mindset, but also their performances during a tournament, and also their preparation before it as well. So tell us a little bit about that, about the conditioning and the preparation, and also what you need to do as a coach and as a parent and a guardian to motivate.
Yeah. So these kids, they went through a long, tough journey. Very early on in some of their early fights, they lost morale. They thought this wasn't for me. So we had to be very careful. We, as parents as well, or coaches, we can't just say, that's it, let's close the book, we're done with this sport. No. This is when we actually speak to them. We see what their concerns are, and we tell them that it's fine. We all lose. We all have challenges in life, but how do we get better? Do you enjoy this? Do you want to carry on? And they say, yeah, I do enjoy it. I do want to carry on. Then we just say, today was just a bad day. Everyone has a bad day, but we get better. And as a Muslim, we make dua to Allah. We always know that God has a plan for us, and we trust in that plan. We pray, we work hard towards our goal, and God will give it to us when it's the right time. But we never stop. So Maryam, actually, she achieved out of the 4, she got her belt last. So she was losing lots of morale. She was thinking, why am I not winning? Why am I not winning? I'm winning club fights, but when I go championship, I lose. What's going on? She was just losing hope. I said to her, there's an invisible progress that's happening. You don't see it, but it's happening. And when you do win, you're going to win the biggest one, which she has. You're going to win the biggest one, and then you're going to believe in what I'm saying. Now, Maryam worked so hard before she went to the competition, and before she stepped into the ring, she said, I'm the champion. She was so confident that she worked that hard, that she knew she's outworked the whole competition and she's the champion already. That's the mindset that she had built through that hard work. And me as a parent, as a coach, I had to pick up my game as well, because I had to ensure that the training was rigorous. I really broke her down. So in our beginners classes, we don't do this, but for the kids that are competitive, we start mentally preparing them, making them really, really strong, and taking them through the grind. So once they get to that competition, once they're up on the spotlight, it's easy. When she came back, actually, between the rounds, I always tell the kids, take take 3 breaths. She was like, I don't need a breath. I'm fine.
Ready.
I'm ready. I said, okay, do whatever you're doing. Go back out there. And she won. And this is all because of the preparation.
The confidence that you had, Maryam, going forward into that, it shaped your mindset as well. What do you think contributed to you being so confident? Was it a sense of preparation? Did you prepare so well that you felt that, you know what, I feel unbeatable now? I mean, again, it's not for me to give you the answer, but why do you think that you were so confident that you would win?
I was really confident because, like, I knew what I was gonna do, and I knew that, like, I planned everything, and I trained hard, and I knew that I was gonna win. Like, nobody else could, like, train more harder than that. And I knew that I was definitely going to win because I made so much dua, and this was the biggest fight that I went to. And I'm not going to lose this one because I made dua. And then after I won, because I wasn't scared of anything, I knew that I am going to win.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Which school do you go to?
This primary school.
Brilliant. Safa, what's your favourite part of training? What do you like the most?
I like fighting the ground the most, that judo and MMA. Those are my favourite stuff to do. And Thai boxing, that's my favourite one.
You enjoy that a lot, yeah? Okay, now going to Adam as well. Do you eat chicken and chips every day?
No.
Okay, so...
Really rarely I eat it.
Very rarely. Why is that?
It's because if you need to stay in good shape, like, say the day before you're going to go to a fight, like, it's not good to eat chicken and, like, those stuff because when you go to the weigh-in, like, if you don't make it, it's going to be a bit difficult.
Okay, so apart from food, what about drink?
Well, drinking is good, but, like, fizzy drinks too much, like, it's not good for your health as well.
Okay, great. Maya, again, tell us about your preparation. So when you're not in the gym, when you're not training, we know that people like yourselves can't switch off. It's a 24-hour thing. But what else do you do when you're not in the gym? We've heard about what Adam eats, for example, what to eat, what not to eat. What else is important for preparation? I mean, some people would say sleep is very, very important because some athletes I know some players I've coached in various sports. They're brilliant at what they do. But the night before, they've come into the morning and I've looked at their eyes and I thought, you probably haven't had 3 hours of sleep that night. And you know what? If for something very silly, like they've been on their mobile phones or just scrolling TikTok all throughout the night. So I've told them as soon as I've turned up that, you know what, today your performance is going to be affected just on the basis of that. Do you think these things are important? How you conduct yourselves out of the gym? Things like sleep, food, the time you spend on smart devices. Do you need to be disciplined, is what I'm saying?
Yes, you have to control what you're eating and what you're doing because before I had a fight and I felt like I couldn't do it because I felt so tired. And when I went in the ring, like, I just felt like I was so tired. I didn't want to do this. Like, I just felt like I couldn't believe it. Like, I didn't do as best because normally, before I used to make my opponents cry, but this time, I feel like she almost made me cry because, like, I wasn't training that much. I was just acting like I was lazy. I couldn't do this. But now I'm really focused on what I'm eating. Like, normally once a day I always eat an apple, like anything fruit and anything good and stuff. But sometimes I do have fizzy drinks and, like, bad food.
Sometimes. Yeah. Ashwaad, what is the relationship and the significance, the importance of the relationship between the coaches and the parents? I mean, I'm bearing in mind that we're talking about the development of the young people here who are in your charge. So their progress, we know as coaches, is very much linked to the relationship that you have with their parents or their guardians or their carers as well. So tell us a little bit about the importance of that and why it's essential for you to have a very, very good relationship.
Yeah, so it's very important to build a very good relationship with the kids, first of all, and also report back to the parents about the progress of the child. So every child actually develops differently. Some are very confident, some are very reserved, and they progress at their own time. We can't push them and, tell the parents, he's not doing good, she's not doing good. They all doing well. They just need their time. Just like adults, we sometimes understand things very quickly, and sometimes other things we're not so good at. It takes a little bit more time. So, the way I like to build my relationship with the parents of the students is I have a progress card. So this progress card is something that we track every month. It's part of our syllabus of the club throughout all the centers. So we're all over Newham, we're all over Tower Hamlets, we're in Usmani Centre, we're in Bromley Bible, we're in Canary Wharf, we're in Manor Park, Beckton, Stratford, Plaistow. We're everywhere in East London. And it's very important. The only reason, alhamdulillah, we were able to expand that is because we actually engage with the parents. We have a very good relationships, and the parents see progress cards. They see the progress of their child. We have a trial and tested, successful syllabus. And these kids are the story of the syllabus. Wherever strategies these kids do implement in the ring, all the kids train this strategy in the gym, in the centers. We just keep making it better and better, refining it. And as they keep refining and competing, they just keep excelling, and they start to understand that this works. And now that the rest of the kids, not even just our kids that come to our club, kids within the community, they see them as leaders now. We've got so many kids wanting to join, and parents wanted to send their kids because they see the success. They see how these kids have inspired not even just other kids. You know what's amazing? I have parents joining now. You say, what is the relationship? So because we've maintained good relationship with the parents through progress cards and kept them always in the loop of what's happening in the club, and we have loads of activities happening, loads of competitions happening, the kids actually have inspired their parents to get involved. So now our adult sessions are getting packed up with parents, which is amazing. So usually kids are inspired when they see their parents do an activity. Now it's actually flipped the other way around, and I love it.
In a nutshell, and very briefly, can you please talk me through the achievements? So which tournament did the kids participate in? And so we've got 4 champions here as well. If you could just briefly tell me the belt that they received and which tournament that they, or which event that they participated in.
Yes. So Adam, he's participated in the Midlands Championship, which was his first championship. He's won this green belt.
This green belt, yeah.
And Adam also, his next championship was the British Championship, which is that black belt there. And then it was Maya. She won 2 times the Midlands Championship. So it's these 2 here. And after that, we had Maryam and Safa compete at the National Championship for ISKA. ISKA, by the way, is a very huge promotion for kickboxing and Thai boxing, one of the leading in the world. So it's a big achievement for these kids. So on the first competition, Maryam came second and Safa won. Sorry, this is the second ISKA.
Yes.
The first ISKA, Adam won. And then the last championship the club went to was the European Championship. So it's difficult. Adam mentioned before about weight. It's very important because if you don't make weight, you would not get an opponent.
Okay.
So the other thing is as well, we don't have a lot of kids at this elite level fighting. there's a select amount of kids that actually reach this level in the UK. So when one or two kids don't make weight, there's sometimes no opponent. And that's what's happened with these kids for the European Championship. So fortunately, Maryam got matched up with a few girls, and yeah, and this is the biggest one, the European Championship.
Yes.
And she won that on, when was that? I think it was in April. It was in April. And after all of this success, they actually have been invited to Australia to compete at the ISKA World Championship. It's a bit pricey. I do intend to take the kids one day abroad and for a championship. It's a memory they will never forget. They have achieved a lot so far, alhamdulillah. I have found another promotion where they're holding a world championship in Manchester in August. So the kids, we have not just these four, we have actually trained up. We've got a whole group of kids now that are raring to go.
Right.
So they're inspired through their achievements. We've got probably 10, 15 kids that are ready. They are ready now. They believe in the process. They believe in the strategy. Their fitness is there. Their parents believe in the diet process as well. Healthy eating. They all went through that. They hardly eat chicken and chips, by the way, or fizzy drinks. And I promote this in my club. And I don't just push it to the kids. I explain it to them. So we're going to be going to that world championship. We're going to be going with a big group. I'm hoping they all come out being world champions. If not, I cherish every moment I have with the kids. When they're training with us, when they're competing, win, lose, we celebrate all, because they come out as different people. They're always developing, always progressing. And now the kids believe that when you lose, it's not defeat. We train up, we get better, and we come back and we will win. And so it's good.
Maryam, question for you, which I'm really interested in because it came out through our discussions here. So out of our quartet here, you were the last person to win a belt, a championship. And it's a very much a case of the best till last. How did it feel for you as a 10-year-old? Obviously, you were younger as the years rolled by, sitting there watching your nearest and dearest people winning, not one, but often twice becoming champion. And how did you feel? Thinking, you know what, I'm feeling a bit left out here. What do I need to do? How did you feel? I just want to get inside your head. I know you're a 10-year-old, but just want to think. I want to talk about I want you to share your thought processes. How did you feel? Did you feel a bit low? Did you feel a bit sad? Or what did you do to turn things around? Think, you know what, my time is going to come. Did you have long chats with your coaches? Again, I want you to tell us how it was for you.
So I didn't feel jealous because I already knew I'm gonna win because I'm good at fighting. It's just that I need to carry on. And my dad would say every single time, "Oh, you're getting better, you're getting better." And after I knew I'm gonna win, and then after I'm gonna get a big belt, and I already did. But I didn't feel jealous or anything. I just felt happy for them because, yeah, they're all winning belts, but I have the biggest one.
Were you confident? So what I'm getting from what you're saying is that you're always confident that, you know what, you're putting in the effort and you're continuing to work extremely hard and your time will come. And again, at the same time, it's really refreshing to know. And again, this goes back to the coaches, the philosophy of the coaches transmitting to the people that they're training, that you've created an environment that, you know what, your time will come. Your time will come. Maybe not today, as that big reader goes, maybe not tomorrow, but one day you will be a champion. As long as you have faith and you believe in your ability and you're putting in the work. Would you say that's right, Coach?
Yes.
Absolutely. Now, Safa, what time do you wake up in the morning?
I'm gonna.
Very early.
No, I can wake up whenever I want.
Whenever you want to. You're the queen of the house. So you wake up with
But sometimes she just wakes me up.
She wakes you up as well. Okay. Do you enjoy training in the morning?
I
When
just feel a little bit tired.
you feel a little bit tired as well. Of course, of course. But do you think that because you're waking up in the morning with others, so you're training, Safa, at a time where other young ladies of your age are snoozing or snoring, they're still in bed. Do you think that makes a difference?
No.
Do you feel better? You don't. But you are, because you become a champion. Do you think it's worked well for you that you've woken up in the morning and you've trained when other people are asleep? It's helped you, hasn't it? And it's helped you become a champion as well. Adam, what's your favorite part of training? What do you like and what do you not like?
So, the stuff I like is that when my dad pushes me, I know he's not he's pushing to my limits. I know he's only doing it for my good. And so when I go to a competition, I don't get tired when I'm in the fight and I don't feel like, oh, I want to stop the fight. Like, he's doing it so I feel confident and I can finish and win the fight.
Great. Maya, so you've taken part in championships, 2 times champion, as we've mentioned here as well. What is your process when it's tournament day? I'm not talking about the months before that when you're preparing. We've got an idea of that. But it's now event day. It's championship day. Your coach has been there for you. Your parents, guardians, carers, supporters, your community have been there. Now it's just you and you. You and your opponent out there as well. How do you prepare for that moment? What do you do? I mean, what are your stretch routines? Tell us a little bit about that. What are you thinking at that time? How do you focus? How do you motivate yourself?
Like, first, I'm so nervous. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I'm fighting. What do I do? Like, literally, I'm so scared. My heart is beating so fast. And then when my dad said, okay, like, time to train now, you'll fight soon, I get so scared. So while I'm training, I'm just thinking in my head, like, how am I supposed to do this? What am I going to do first? And when I'm in the ring, I'm like, I'm here now. I can't go back. I have to show her who's boss. And now it's it's hard, but you finally done it. And I just can't believe I done it. And you have to show people that you're the boss. That you have to show people that you're strong and you don't have to give up, because you just have to show who's boss. And I don't know, it's so like, literally, I'm so scared because I'm always telling my dad, like, now is fight day and stuff. I'm always saying that I can't do this. I'm too scared now. Like, even when I'm, like, getting ready, I have to show her that, like, I'm not scared. I'm tough. Like, you don't want to show them that you're scared, because they'll be like, okay, look, this girl thinks that I can beat her up. Like, they think like that, but they don't. Because actually, we can do this, and yeah. That's
Coach, apart from having 4 kids become champions in their own right, outstanding achievements here as well. That's probably the pinnacle of a coach and a coach's career. You know, that blood, sweat, tears coming together for championship wins. Let's park that aside. What satisfaction do you get out of putting so much sacrifice and effort and toil into training these youngsters?
I'm winning at the same time. Honestly, when I was a child, I started Thai boxing at the age of 11, and I loved it. It helped me focus as a child. I learned how to read really late on as well. I mean, all of these things, while I was training, it helped me focus. It gave me good energy. When I was in school, I didn't want to, I knew what I could handle, and I didn't need to prove myself to anyone, even if they did pick on me. And this is the type of thing I wanted to give to the kids. And when I see them achieve all of these things, because I actually stopped at one point, training, and I could have got to this level if I just had a little bit of mentoring. So being able to give that mentorship to the next generation, to children that are coming up, it's amazing. And then seeing where I stopped and failed myself, they are achieving it. They are winning. And it feels like I am winning with them. And not just me, it feels like the rest of the community is winning with them. So I did a tour actually with the kids. We have so many centers in and around East London. Should come and visit one day actually.
Absolutely, he'll do.
Be good.
I've been meaning to for years. I just haven't got round to it. But today I've been so inspired by these champions being here today. Like I said, when it comes to coaches,
Yeah.
it might be two different disciplines, but our ethos is always the same.
Yes.
Our ethos is always the same. And I always say that to coaches, and I call them coaching brothers and sisters, because you might have different disciplines in terms of the sporting activities that you're taking part. But our ethos, especially, I like to call us community coaches. We're not there for financial reasons. Otherwise, we wouldn't be engaging with these youngsters, because it's never going to make us a millionaire. So it's a community effort there as well. But I will actually pop down to come and actually, take a good look.
It's very
Spend
true
some time there.
what you say, because we don't, it's not for the money. I mean, I have a day job as a quantity surveyor. I do this in my spare time as much as I could. So my weekend, it goes up with children.
Yes.
Literally from 9 a.m. all the way up to 3 p.m. And my wife said to me, when do you get day off? I was like, what am I going to do? It's fine. I'll get 1 week off, 2 weeks off. Yeah. But alhamdulillah, I got a good team that they can cover and we can cover each other. But I really enjoy this. After a session, and then when I finish and I'm going home, I love my cup of tea, by the way. So I'm having my cup of tea.
Yes.
And I really enjoy it. The fact that I had this, I had the opportunity to train a child and make them feel good about themselves, and also giving a parent the hope that my child can progress and achieve these things as well, because they can.
I think that was more than a hint there. Now, out of you four, who's going to take the responsibility now of making coach a cup of tea every time you see him? So that was a little bit more than a hint there as well. So now you know going forward as well that coach enjoys his cups of tea. So to keep him happy and to keep him in check, sometimes that's all it's going to take is a nice cup of tea, however he likes it, with sugar, without sugar, milk, whatever. So he's very, very easy. All it takes is a cup of tea to keep him happy and placated. Now, going back to Maryam again, talk us through a typical week. What do you do? So we've had that already answered, but I'm just asking you now because you're the most current out of the champions as well. How many times a week do you train?
We're like 4 times. Yeah. Well, there's 4 times.
More than that, probably. Yeah.
Is it 5 times?
Competition.
But for competition, probably, yeah. Okay.
Competition is like, for me, like 7 times a week and like 3 times a day sometimes.
And how do you feel after a training session, especially if it's been a hard one?
I feel tired and I just want to go on my iPad and watch.
Really? Adam, what's been I think I know the answer, but because you're a double champion, maybe go, what's been your proudest moment in Muay Thai? At the age of 9. Sorry, say that again?
My proudest moment when I won the British champion belt. I felt like wow, I won the British champion belt. I felt like really happy for myself, and I didn't know I had that strength inside of me to win a belt like that.
Maya, when you fight, let's talk about fight situation, whether it's a win or a loss, do you learn something?
I can't say I do, but sometimes I do, because if someone gives me a hard punch, I'm like, oh, okay, she's going hard on me, so then I'll show her that I can go hard too, because she can't just go hard. And of course I'll go hard because she's trying to hurt me, so then I'll hurt her back. And then say someone punches me hard, I'll do another move that she doesn't know, or maybe she does know, but I'll do it harder, and sometimes my mind is just out. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm just going straight in. do what I can do. Sometimes if my coach just shouts or anything, I'll do it. But sometimes my mind is just out. So sometimes I listen, don't listen. But honestly, just think. And if they do a hard punch, do it back, because they can't just show who's stronger or who's boss, because you're the one that's fighting them. You're the one that has the mind and the set to do it back. So.
Coach, adult participation. Now, we know as coaches and as trainers that it's essential to have the interest of parents, because what it does is it provides longevity going forward. If the parents have an active interest in the discipline, say Muay Thai, for example, we can expect that the children would have a long-standing, a love affair with the sport and the discipline itself. They would have a long career in there as well. They may also enjoy greater success as well. Now, going on to adults. So someone like me, for example, I'm almost age of 50. I never told you that. So almost about 20 years ago, about 20 years ago, I joined a Muay Thai gym. It was at Mulberry School.
Oh, I say, okay.
And I had a Polish champion. His name was Paul. I'm trying to recollect his name, but it's Paul. He's Polish, and he was a European champion as well. Amazing guy, in terms, not only as a trainer, but as a teacher and as a coach as well, but as a human being. And to my disappointment, after about 3 weeks, he just suddenly disappeared. He just didn't turn up one day. So that was the end of my short Muay Thai career. But I remember after the first session, I was really nervous and I was really overweight. I remember I was really nervous and I was really overweight, and I was an adult in my 20s. And I was like, surely I'm going to go there. I'm going to get battered. My confidence is already a little bit low because I'm not aware of what's going to happen there. I'm nervous. I want to go there, get battered. But it was one of the best experiences, how the coach just settled us down, and he was an amazing teacher. So adults participate. If adults now come forward, so I'm expecting a lot of people will get in contact with me and the sports show and LB24 say, look, we like the sound of Legends Muay Thai. We want to be a part of it. We want to take part in some taster sessions and join them. So your thoughts on adults. Is it too late, first of all? Is it too late for adults to join? And if somebody wants to pick up the baton now and join you at the gym, what can they do?
Just give me a call. Follow Legends Instagram. So it's Legends Muay Thai. You could go on Instagram, find us. And if you're struggling with that, just send a message, a comment on the show, if it's YouTube, Facebook, wherever it is, and I'm sure you can. I could help you respond or help people get in contact with me. It's never too late. Nothing's ever too late. Our health is very important. If we give up on ourselves and we're not active, wherever that may be, then slowly our health is just going to keep declining. So it's important to understand nothing is ever too late. You can start whenever you want. Actually, my adult sessions, I'm not here to make professional fighters. I'm here to give the community a safe space and a good space to train for beginners, for general level. And if there is anyone that wants to go competitive level, then we have a Saturday morning invite only for competitors to come and train. But however, our adults weekday sessions, they are for beginners and generals, where people can come in and they train. And it's not very serious in terms of you're getting ready for a competition, we need to push you like this and do this and do that. We maintain a very high level intensity on our circuits, and we make sure the skills that we're teaching for Muay Thai is at a basic level for everyone to digest and enjoy, and also have a conversation and socialize. Because you come there and you meet new people, you see people that maybe you haven't seen in a long time. I've had many people come in, they're like, oh, you come here, I come here too, and then they enjoy it even more. So you don't know who you're going to bump into, and it's very good. I'll invite you. Should come down as well when they train with us. Continue your Muay Thai.
You never know. It's never too late. It's never too late. I always say to people now that I sit 2 GCSEs every year. with the kids at school that I work at, London Enterprise Academy, where I work 1 day a week. I sit down, I sit 1 or 2 GCSEs every single year. The head teachers, they've been extremely supportive towards my development. It's solidarity with the children there as well.
Yeah.
It's not going to make a huge dent in terms of my progress. So it's not going to boost my career at this stage of my life as well. But I enjoy doing it. I enjoy expressing solidarity with it. So it's never too late. I do believe in that ethos. Maryam, who's a role model for you? Or or role models? You might have more than one.
I don't think I really have a role. I don't know.
Maybe yourself even.
No, I don't think so. I just like feeling good.
So let me rephrase the question. If you're now a role model, what would people, if I was someone who's looking at you as a role model, what are the key things I would look at? Could be hard work, etc., etc. So what should I be looking? Yeah.
You should be looking at the confidence. Like, your confidence is a really big thing, because if you think, oh, you're not going to do it, you're not going to win, then after you're going to be like really slow and think about it a lot. And you're going to have lots of anxiety about it, and it'll just like slow you down. But if you're like confident, then you're going to feel like, yeah, I can do it. And then after just like for some reason, while I'm doing my training, I always just think of like crazy spy cartoons, just like kicking really hard and everything. And I'll just do that. And when my dad would train me and say, kick harder, and then after I think, oh, I'm not thinking about the cartoon show. So then after I'll kick harder, because when I'm thinking about a cartoon show. So just think about something that's like makes you feel good. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. And then after just like, just don't feel bad, and just know that you can do it. Because if you feel like you can't do it, then you're going to know that you're going to really go slow and you're not really going to progress.
And Safa, you become a champion once. Do you want to become a champion again? And what are you going to do to become a champion again?
I don't know.
You're not sure, yeah? So you just roll with it.
Yeah.
I like that. So every single day is different from you. You just go in there, turn up when you want, wake up when you want, and just go and smash it off.
I just think of something in there, and while I'm thinking, I just do jab, cross, kick.
I love that attitude.
And then I just start doing it.
And then the next minute, you know, you're holding a championship belt. It's as simple as that. See, this is what you other three have not realized. So Safa will just turn up. She'll go with the flow. She's put her preparation in there. Carefree. It doesn't matter who's there. I'm going to do jab, kick, punch. And the fourth move will be lifting up the dog. So she's got 4 moves there.
Because if you plan it already, you don't know what they're going to do. Like, if they're going to do a push kick and you're going to do a kick, they might catch it with you and then do a push kick and make you fall.
And Adel, is your mum important in your training? How important is your mum?
She's really important, because my fight, she always motivates me and says, you can do this, Adam. And she always makes me braver, and she always tells me stuff like, one of my fights was really nervous, and she was like, don't worry, you got this, and you're gonna smash it in there. No matter if you lose or win, you're still gonna feel happy.
And Maya, the last question for you guys. So there'll be young people who are watching you guys now who will be deeply motivated after watching you all today and your astonishing achievements. Let's be absolutely clear on that. What you have all achieved is absolutely outstanding. Now, there will be a lot of young people, hundreds if not thousands, who will look at it and be motivated by what you have all achieved. What advice can you give them?
My advice would be like, don't give up, because one day you will show people who's boss, and show people you're tough. Don't ever show people that you're a loser and stuff. Always believe in yourself. Don't ever think that you can't do this, because one day you will do this. You will eventually do something that you've been waiting for, and you will do it, because my dream is just to win a belt, and you see I won a belt. But just don't think that you're a loser and you can't do this, because eventually one day you will win and you will show people that you've done it and just don't give up.
And Coach Rahman, back to you, just to wrap things up for us on this end as well. What's the legacy of Legends Muay Thai?
We want to create in our community confident, mentally strong individuals. They may become champions in that process. They may not become champions, but one thing they would be is positive individuals within the community that inspire others and carry on the club and the ethos of the club, Legends Muay Thai, to make a better community.
Super stuff. Viewers, I hope you've been as inspired as I have having these champions in the studio here today. It's actually the first time, as I mentioned at the beginning of the show, that we've actually had 4 champions from the same club attend. So it's a proud, a groundbreaking moment for the sports show and myself to have them all here as well. I hope first and foremost that we've all been inspired by their presence here today, but also their words. We can see that they've got very, very young children and kids in the studio here today, but their words have resonated, not only with myself, but anybody who's watching as well. And if you're a coach, just like myself, one of the points that we made during that you might come from different backgrounds and different disciplines. You may be involved in different sports even, which are completely different to what these children are participating in. But in terms of ethos, what we've learned together in the show here, that togetherness is very, very important. Unity is very, very important. Your ethos and your mindset, the respect that you have for yourself first and foremost, the people around you, your opponents, your coaches, these are very, very significant milestones and factors as well. But also the contributions of parents, the silent heroes in the background, those who are working tirelessly to ensure that our children have these opportunities available. And again, last but not least, to Coach Ashwaad and his team. As I introduced him at the beginning of the show, my first interaction was with him during a tug-of-war competition at a community event. And we've kept in touch since then as well. So it comes as no surprise to me that the dedication and the years of blood, sweat, tears, and the dedication has paid off. And such a motivating moment for them that they've currently got 4 champions from within this club. And with this blueprint and prototype in place, who knows how far the club can go. If you've been interested or motivated by what you've heard today, please get in touch with LB24, the sports show, directly, but also Legends Muay Thai are also on Instagram. You can message Ashwaad and the team directly there as well. And that's all that remains for now. And I'm Emdad. I'm your anchor for the sports show. And as the Wandering Londoner, I'd like to wish you a very good day. Thank you for watching.